What is up, Steelers Nation? Thank you so much for jumping on to another episode of the AST Call-In Show. I'm Noah Schreckbein. Find us always on youtube.com/All Steelers Talk. Check us out anywhere you get your podcasts. And as always, find all my work at si.com/NFL/Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are preparing for the Cleveland Browns in an AFC North that is getting crazier by the day. Joe Flacco's in Cincinnati. The Baltimore Ravens may be jumping ship completely. Things are getting nuts in the North, but we're excited to dive into it. A shout out to all of our callers and members who called into today's show. If you want to call in, you could do so by hitting the link in the description below. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe this video as we head towards 100,000 subscribers, which is nuts to think about. With that said, I won't hold you guys up any longer. Let's jump into it.
What is up, Noah?
What is up?
AST Nation, how are we?
We are good as always.
Tortellini salad. Just wanted to call in real quick
Yes,
and
sir.
wish everybody a happy day. Steelers are doing not too bad.
No,
Had
they are
some
not.
injuries. Is what it is. We're not doing too bad.
No.
The one injury, Calvin Austin, definitely does concern me a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Don't
You're not
necessarily
alone.
feel like he's really been doing too much anyway. So, I mean, whether we put Roman in there or Isaiah Hodges, I don't feel like it's going to be too different. Is that an overreaction? I mean, like, Calvin, granted,
I agree.
he's had a couple
I think it is.
touchdowns, for sure. I still just, I don't know. I don't think we're getting a good amount of production out of Calvin. I think this is a great opportunity for the Steelers to go out and try and get somebody. I mean, granted, Tyreek's injured. Yeah, Tyreek seemed pretty happy about being injured and not being able to play for the Dolphins anymore. That's besides
Yes,
the point.
Yes, as they all are.
Yeah. Roman, this is a time for Roman to step up. Will he?
Yeah.
Don't really have my faith in it, to be honest. The last I heard, he couldn't really get a connection with Aaron. Isaiah Hodges, never heard of the dude. You know what? When we were talking about the Giants the other day, having a trade for Sexy Dexy, we were all talking about what other trades that could happen potentially, like with Dexy.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I was going to say Malik Neighbors, but
yeah,
we all saw how that went down too. But I mean, Chris Olave is a good option, I suppose. But the Raiders still think that they're not Raiders. I apologize. Saints. Wow, what are the Saints? Whatever. I think the Steelers will be all right. I've definitely calmed down from the overreaction of we are not going to do well this season.
I'm glad.
It definitely took some time for the Steelers to, especially the defense, to like jive with one another and understand where the fuck everybody's going to be at. Oh, pardon my language, damn. I apologize. Don't take that too much time.
Tortellini salad,
have a great day.
Coming in here hot.
Later.
Shout out to Tortellini salad, man. I think it is an overreaction to say Calvin's not doing much. I hear where you're coming from. You look at the stat book, it's not there. I mean, Calvin's putting his body on the line for DK Metcalf touchdowns. He's coming in clutch with game-winning touchdowns against the New England Patriots. It's the small things that he's doing well that you're saying it's there, and I think you're going to miss that. I think the Steelers are going to notice very quickly that is not on the field without him there, and you're not going to get it from Roman. You're not going to get it from Scotty. You're not going to get it from Ben Skoranek. I think Calvin's doing much more than anybody actually believes that he is, or the stat book is showing that he is. I hear where you're coming from, but I think Calvin's a valuable piece to the offense. Could he be doing more? Obviously. But do I think that you're going to get a replacement in Scotty Miller or Roman Wilson? No. I think you're going to take a pretty significant step backwards. I know you got more to say. Let's dive into it. I do have one question, though. Are you sitting in a tank? Are you in a fish tank? Because it kind of sounds like you got the bubbles all around you. Maybe it's just my earphones, but I kind of feel like you're in fish tank.
Not even gonna lie, I don't think it
You
totally
are
made me sad.
definitely
My
in a
bad.
fish tank, dude. It's gone completely.
I don't even think I asked the question the last time, but I think it was going to be who else is kind of like a
That's back.
wide receiver that we could potentially get besides. Yeah, I mean Deontay Johnson.
I got a
Yeah,
good answer for you.
but
I
like
really do.
I feel like is it an overreaction to say this as well? If we bring in Deontay Johnson, he'd outperform Calvin Austin. I think that's
That's
what
a
I was
huge,
trying to get at earlier, to be
a
honest with you.
huge
I
overreaction.
feel like Deontay Johnson would outperform him.
No. Tortellini, man, coming in hot today.
I could be wrong. And I'm willing to accept that. But honestly, at this point, I think Deontay Johnson is your best option. And as well as maybe hit up the Jets, man. The Jets are fucking, again, my language, I'm so sorry. But the Jets are garbage. Always going to be garbage.
Yes.
Just such a terrible organization. Go get Garrett Wilson. There's no way he's happy being there. Granted,
Yeah,
I heard that he
Aaron
wasn't
Rodgers.
very, fond of Aaron Rodgers, but get over it. He could be your quarterback for another season. He's probably going to retire next season, especially if we win. Come on, Garrett.
I hear what you're saying.
Come join the Steelers. What's it going to take? Can't take that much. Can't.
It's going to take a lot.
Everybody have a blessed day. Be safe.
Tortellini, man. First off, we'll start with Garrett Wilson before we dive into the hot take of Deontay Calvin. When it comes to Garrett Wilson, yes, you are. You're right that he doesn't like Aaron. Aaron doesn't like him. So I don't think that would be a match made in any heaven. I think it'd be real rough, real fast. It would also take a lot to go get Garrett Wilson. You're giving up a second round pick minimum to go get Garrett Wilson. I don't know if the Steelers, to pair him up with a quarterback who doesn't like him, would be very into that move. However, the Jets, I agree with you, are second-class organization, always. Deontay 3 years ago or 2 years ago would be better than Calvin Austin. I would give you that. Deontay now, there's no what the NFL does when you do not play in it for a year is significant. You do not just pick up where you started or where you left off if you do not play in the NFL. Deontay pretty much didn't play in the NFL for the back half of last season. He hasn't played in the front half of this season. We're going on a whole year and no Deontay Johnson playing football. Like it takes a toll on you. You do not come back as the same player. I think Deontay Johnson's a valuable player if he joined the Steelers. I don't think he's better than Calvin Austin. Rashid Shaheed is the guy I'm watching right now because I think he's interesting. I think the Saints are a dumpster fire. I think he's significantly cheaper than Chris Olave. And I think he's good. I think he's underrated and he's super fast and he spreads the field and he does the things that the Steelers do not have on their roster currently. He would be the name I'm watching. I don't think Deontay is a name they're watching. I don't think Chris Olave is a name they're watching. I don't really know who they are watching, but I anticipate they're going to start calling somebody. Again, Shaheed's the guy I'm looking for. Deontay, I don't think is right now. Shout out Tortellini Salad, man. What a way to kick things off. Only dropped the F-bomb twice. My guy. My guy.
What is up, Noah?
Papaya salad, keeping it spicy.
No, Jacob's not there, but peace. I love you, Jacob. I just want
as we all do
know your top 5 callers.
Oh, on the okay.
Do not include me just because I'm making this call.
But include you if you are.
The best takes.
Okay.
The best niblets of Steelers Nation that we need to know.
Okay.
I don't think you dare to do it, but I'd like to know who you think are the top 5 callers to your call-in show.
I'm gonna give everybody the real on this one.
I'm interesting to see your side of things. And I give the spiciest pepper to Jacob.
Papaya salad, you just removed yourself from the list. That's what you just removed yourself from the list after saying that.
Papaya salad.
What are you doing?
Keeping it spicy. Out.
Shout out papaya salad. I am going to be honest. I'm going to chicken out of this answer. I'll give a shout out to the weeklies. You know what I mean? I love you guys. Everybody who I know, it's wild to think that I could put a voice to a salad. That's nuts to think that we have come that far. It's awesome. I live a fairy tale, man. It is a crazy, crazy time. But to say I know what salad you are by you just saying hello, it's kind of nuts. Sometimes I know your phone number. Sometimes I plug these in and I go, that's papaya salad. You know, that's coleslaw. That's macaroni salad. It's nuts. It's nuts. I don't have top 5 favorites. I don't. I love all you guys way too much. And it's like, it's insane. You can't even come up with words to describe how insane it is to know that I get to sit here at a desk listening to you guys every Wednesday, and that is my life. And I'm blessed, man. It's a good time. So I love all you guys. I don't have favorites. You guys are all awesome. Papaya salad, you might be removed from the favorites though, because you just said that Jacob's the spiciest of the peppers. What are we doing here? I'm the spiciest of the peppers. Jacob might be the spiciest of the peppers. You might be right.
What up, Noah? Poke Salad here from South Carolina
yes,
again. Just calling in to say what's up.
Yes,
you
sir.
and Jacob have been doing a good job covering the Steelers lately. I think it's been pretty cool.
Thank you.
It's awesome to see you guys, 10, 15 years from now still doing the same stuff, following in the footsteps of, like, old Mr. Lolly, R.I.P.
That'd be awesome. Yes, sir.
But on the team, it seems we need wide receivers and stuff. I don't know why I thought Rock Taylor had a good preseason training camp and all that stuff. It just seems like he should maybe give him a call. I don't know where he's at.
He's nowhere.
Good to see good old Deshaun Elliott back out there.
Yes, sir.
And I think we get JPJ and all the other guys to be a solid team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to the picnic pack of spicy papaya salad and all that. And if anyone cares, poke salad is an actual salad.
Oh, I do care.
Like old school days down here in the South, poor people used to take this poke plant and boil the leaves like 4 times in a row to get all the poison out, and then they'd eat it.
Yo, that's crazy.
So, I don't do that, but my dad talked about it. Anyway,
that's awesome.
It's been a good talk. Enjoy the show, and I got a good name
sir.
change coming up for you guys on the next live. Poke salad out.
All right, poke salad. I'm pretty excited for that one. That's crazy to think that that's what that salad is. That's awesome. Learn something new every day, and I'm pumped that that's what I learned today. That's so exciting. I'm excited to share that with Jacob today. I'm very excited. I'm going to wait for the show to share it with him. I got to put a little note here because otherwise I'm going to forget. I'm definitely going to forget. But that's pretty remarkable. When it comes to wide receivers, I do think that they do need help, but I've been saying it all week. I'm going to continue to say it. I think that this week is going to show the Steelers how much help they need and how urgent it is to go get somebody. Because if Scotty Miller and Roman Wilson go out there and ball out, which I'm not going to say they're not going to do it. I'm not going to bet that they're going to do it. If they do it, there's really no huge sense of urgency to go get a wide receiver. You have 3 weeks. You could kind of play it by ear. Nobody's getting traded right now. It's not the biggest, miss in the world to say, oh, we didn't get Chris Olave, but we could go get Rashid Shaheed. We could go get, I don't know, that there really are very few options out there, but you could go find somebody if that's the case. But at the other side of that, you could find out on Sunday, okay, we got to hurry up and we need to start making phone calls tonight because we need a trade by Tuesday morning. And that's an option as well. And I think you're going to find that out very soon. It's not going to take weeks. It's going to take all weekend for the Steelers to know what their sense of urgency is for a wide receiver. And my expectation is it's going to be high come Monday morning. Shout out to Poke Salad, man. I'm excited to see this name change. Make sure you let us know.
Good morning there, Noah.
Stephen Cornfield.
You know what time it is. Well,
It's not exactly that time because we don't have any player power rankings to go this week because there was not a game played.
It's the
But
bye week.
I am going to toss it up, and I am going to come down with a different type of catch here, and I am going to go with a different power ranking that I am just curious as to what you'd say. So I want to know your top 5 power rankings for the top 5 stadiums and cities you've had to travel to for Steelers games, away games. I'm really curious because I would also like to do some traveling for some games. And this is kind of for me also. And for anybody else who wants to travel. So you're on the spot. Now go and have a great day.
Shout out to Stephen Cornfield. This is a great power rankings. I'll exclude Dublin because that tops all lists. That atmosphere, that experience was insane. I can't tell you guys enough about it. It was literally like I shed a tear at one point. I mean, it was part of it was like sitting there being like 10-year-old Noah would literally crap his pants right now thinking this is what my life is. But the other part of it was like Zombie being sung by 80,000 people in sync is just that I didn't think I would ever experience that, and it happened. But I got a good list for you. This is a great one, actually. This is such a good one. And there will be AFC North teams in here because some of these, it's the city, it's the experience, it's the away fans, because you're not going there like, oh, Steelers fans, this is a good time for Steelers fans. Like some of them, it's a terrible time for the Steelers fans, but it's a good experience. And it's something that, I'm grateful to experience. Number 5, we're going to start off on that list. I'm going the Dog Pound. Cleveland is an underrated city. I hate that I have to say that, but Cleveland is an underrated city. I think Little Italy in Cleveland is awesome. I think if you just walk around the city of Cleveland, you could find things to do and you could have a good time. Now it's 5 on this list. It's nothing crazy. You're not going there going, oh man, it's the greatest thing ever. No, it's 5 on this list. And you also have to remember, I have not been to all 32 stadiums. I've been to a lot of them, but I have not been to all 32 stadiums. Number 5 on this list is Cleveland. The atmosphere there is nuts. The fans are insane. They're hostile. They hate you. Like they hate you. And it's fun. It's a good time. The freezing cold kind of adds to it. The lake kind of adds to it. The city is a good time. I would go number 5, Cleveland, Ohio. Number 4, I'm going Buffalo. Now, Buffalo is cool until you get snowed in there for 4 days with Stephen Thompson. Shout out my guy. Then you never want to go back there ever again. That city sucks. I hate it. But realistically, Buffalo's an awesome city. Buffalo's hipster central. It's cool. Like you can find incredible coffee shops, great food. The people there are vibing. It's a good time. The atmosphere is awesome. The stadium itself, I'm kind of bummed that they're changing it because I liked what it was. I love that it's in a neighborhood. Like you are driving through people's literal streets where they're like, hey, $10, you could park in my lawn. Like that's awesome. And then the fans there are pretty cool. I kind of hate the snowball thing. It's the only thing I hate about Buffalo, but I do love the Buffalo fans. I think they're a good time. Number 3 on my list, man, I got to think here. Number 3 on my list. I've never been to Kansas City, which I think would be very high. And I've never been to Chicago, which I think would be very high as well. Number 3 on my list would be, man, we're getting into the nitty gritties here. You know what I mean? Where do you rank Jerry World? Like where do you rank like Mercedes-Benz Stadium? Where do you rank Allegiant Stadium? Because I'll say, okay, so number 3 to me, I'm gonna go Denver. I think Mile High is awesome. I think the stadium's awesome. I think the experience is awesome. I love the city of Denver. Obviously, that's tying into this situation. I would go Denver's number 3. It's a good number 3 too. Like it's not. You're in Denver. Denver's awesome. Like you're in Colorado. You could go there on a Friday, go hike the mountain Saturday, and then go to a game on Sunday. Like that's sick. Colorado is a great time. And the stadium is awesome. It's a good time. It's a good experience. The people are fun. Nobody's real hostile, which is nice. I'm a big Denver guy. I would go Denver 3. Number 2, I think you have to lump together Allegiant Stadium and Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I think both of those places are spaceships, and they are like, it's crazy how similar they are. I mean, it just depends on what you're into. If you're into the Atlanta, like, music, like poppin' city scene, that's what you're into. If you're into Vegas, if you're into the Vegas scene, then you go Vegas. Like, that's what I think it is. I think it's one of the two. You just kind of pick your poison there. But both of those stadiums are unbelievable. Like, it's crazy how awesome those stadiums are. And then again, like, I'm a Vegas guy over an Atlanta guy. I'm not a Vegas gambler guy, but I'm a Vegas, like, I'll go hang out at, you know, I'll go sit in a pool and watch football all day on a rooftop. I'll go shopping. I'll go eat some fantastic food. I'll go into the deeper parts of Vegas, into the desert towns. Like, that's, for me, that's what I'm into. But Allegiant Stadium is nuts. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I think, is crazier. I think it's just, the Vegas kind of matches it. And number one, I mean, I think number one's Jerry World. I do. I think if you get the opportunity to go to Dallas, you go. It's nothing about the city. Like, Dallas is cool. It's a good city. It's a fun city. The Cowboys, like, the stadium is nuts. The stadium is crazy. Dallas, the experience is crazy. The food is crazy. The environment is crazy. Like, it's Jerry World. It's Jerry World. It's historic. It's really hard to top there. I would say that's on my list. I would say honorable. Like, Jerry World, I think, tops all lists. It really is. It's hard to beat that. If you're going historic as an honorable mention here, Lambeau is up there for sure. My only problem with Lambeau is there's nothing flashy about it whatsoever. You're either into Green Bay or you're not into Green Bay. It just depends on what you're into. It's not like a city that you're going to go on Friday and be like, dude, I had the wildest weekend ever in Green Bay. That's just not going to happen. You're either going to go there and you're going to go to some, like, basement bars, or you're going to leave there and be like, this is the most boring city ever. You know what I mean? It's one of the two, but the experience and the history there is pretty cool. So I would toss there in an honorable mention. This was a good one, man. Shout out to Stephen Cornfield. That was a lot of fun. What's up, AST Nation? I've teamed up with DraftKings. The next great touchdown is coming. You can bet on it. And the best way to do so is through DraftKings Sportsbook, where new customers who bet $5 get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. With the bye week behind us, now is the time to get in on the action. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen. Then use your bonus bets to stay in on the action and bet DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. And don't worry, if sports betting is not yet available in your state, you're fine. You can still join in on all of the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports and have the shot to win cash prizes. New customers who bet $5 get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Sign up using my promo code ALLSteelers and get in on the action only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Shout out our boys over at DraftKings. Let's keep it trucking.
All Steelers talk. Noah and Jacob, good morning. Mike from the PNW.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes, sir.
I got a good story for you. Feel good story, Steelers story.
Oh, love them.
I think it's a good story. I was playing golf this weekend in our yearly member tournament. It's our biggest tournament of the year.
Love it.
We were on the 15th hole. I play music when I play golf.
Got it.
And none other than Renegade came on. 15th hole, par 5.
Yes, sir.
Playing all the way down the fairway. Get to our third shot, 75 yards out, and I hold it for an eagle.
Yo!
And as
Let's
it turned
go,
out,
my
there was
guy.
no other skin had on this day because every other hole tied, but my eagle, and so it ended up being worth $325. Gotta love that renegade for Steeler fans.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to share that with you. And go Steelers. Looking to keep ahead in that AFC North. All right, take care, guys. Bye.
Mike, my guy, congratulations. That's one of the most badass stories ever. That's sick. Holding it from 75 yards out with Renegade playing in the back. Oh, mama, I'm in fee for my. That's just incredible. That's incredible. That's such a great story, man. I'm going to tell it for a week now. I'm going to tell everybody I know. Shout out to Mike, dude. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Meanwhile, I went golfing the other day. I shot like a 123 or something. It was awful. You can ask Chris Alec at DK Pittsburgh Sports. At one point I was like, all right, dude, like I'm going to make some adjustments. I got to hit a little bit better. Cause on the front nine, I hit like a 52. So I was like, okay, this isn't the worst day in the world. It's not good by no means, but it's not like I'm not ready to break a club yet. Got a hot dog on the turn, was ready to go back. I was like, dude, I'm going to make some adjustments. I'm going to try to get, I'm going to try to stay under 95. No, it didn't happen at all. It got way worse, way fast. And yeah, it wasn't like you, Mike. Shout out, dude. Eagle from 75 on a par 5 with Renegade playing. That's what dreams are made of, my friend. Thank you for sharing that. That was awesome.
Hey, what is up, Noah? Eli,
Eli.
ball treatment specialist here. As
Yes,
always,
sir.
if anyone needs their balls treated, hit me up. So I promised myself that I was going to keep my call-ins more brief from now on because I have a tendency to ramble.
Appreciate you.
Pretty embarrassing. But I got to say, this past, what was it, Friday? I don't know. There was one day last week where you guys said something on the live show that was your worst take of all time, both of you, and it thoroughly upset me.
I'm excited for this one.
I was actually the one who asked the question that prompted this take, but I'm just going to have to ramble to get this out of my system.
Okay.
So, listen.
Yeah.
Noah,
yeah.
You could not beat a small wolf in a fight. First of all,
no
when
duh,
you
bro.
say small wolf, I think you're talking about a coyote. Some people say coyote. Coyote is whatever. I have etymological
dude, word of the day.
For why that's the right word, right?
Let's go. Word of the day.
I'm already getting off the rails. Let's get this squared away here. You yourself, admittedly, this isn't me assassinating your character by your own admission, are a short king. And I could,
5'8" and loving it.
TJ Watt probably couldn't beat a coyote in a fight. It would be close. All right,
it's good to know.
You know what? And it's my fault for asking the question because, like, I was expecting you to say, like, a reasonably calm squirrel, or maybe like,
dude,
maybe like
so
an
fast.
Injured groundhog or something like that. Like, I was expecting something.
You're not
calm.
kicking a groundhog while it's down, bro. What are we doing?
Your abilities. I mean, Jacob. By the way, I'll address you. First of all, pandas don't eat eucalyptus. That's koala bears. Which aren't bears, by the way. Also, they almost, well, I shouldn't say all. The majority of koala bears have chlamydia. That's a fun fact for you.
I knew that one, actually. That one I knew.
Primary threats to their existence. Anyway.
Just a bunch of chlamydia.
By the way, neither
guys.
of you could beat a koala bear either. They're fucking demons. If you go to Australia and you get pictures of the koala bear, they're almost always drugged up, and all chilled out. That's why they seem chill. It's because they have to drug them just so you can be proximate to them. But anyway, Jacob, a panda bear is 300 pounds and it has a bite force bigger than a grizzly bear. All right, they bite through bamboo all day. I don't know what you guys are thinking. I'm an animal nerd. I have.
There's more coming. Don't even worry about it.
Anyway, yeah, I have a degree in animal science, so I know more about this than the average person. And maybe, it's a burden I have to bear and just bite my tongue when people say wrong things about animals. But I don't know. If this doesn't make the air, I wouldn't blame you. But I just had to get this off my chest because it's been bothering me today.
Shout out, my guy.
On
Shout out, my guy.
to serious stuff. I'm going to the game Sunday with my wife.
Love it.
We live
love it.
kind of close to Pittsburgh in West Virginia, but I'm not super familiar with the city.
Yeah.
So let me know if there's any good like lunch spots we could eat at before the game that
I got
we
you
could
for sure.
then walk to the stadium from there. You know, and any recommendations on like parking or anything else game day related. I don't know. I'm a hillbilly and I'm very scared of the big city. So yeah, any recommendations that you have would be great.
Shout out Eli, man. Shout out Eli. First off, I'm glad that you're an animal expert. Realistically, I would fight 0 animals. There are 0 animals that I would realistically ever even like if I was standing outside, okay, and this animal came up to me and posed a threat, my immediate response is to just take off. It's just like, I know I'm not going to outrun you, dude, but what am I going to do? Fight you? I'm going to fight an animal? This is your world. I'm living in it, okay? And yeah, do I have the upper hand of being able to build a house or have people build houses for me and live in things and not have to, you know, not live in a society where 90% of us are filled with chlamydia? No, it's not what's going on here. But I'm not fighting any animals, dude. Let's be honest. I'm not kicking a groundhog while he's down. Guy's having a rough day. I'm not gonna kick him while he's down. I think I would be able to fight 0. I even think deer would kick my butt. Not saying I'm scared of deer. Just saying I think they'd kick my butt. There's almost no animals that my 3 cats. Those are the animals I'd fight. That if somebody was like, "Would you win in a fist fight?" Yeah, I'd just yell really loud, and they know, "Oh, don't mess with Dad, bro. Dad's pissed. Run right now." Besides that, I'm losing. Recommendations, easy. I'd park downtown. You could park on the street downtown, so you don't have to worry about getting in and out of garages, or dealing with all the crazy traffic after the game. I would go park downtown. It's supposed to be nice on Sunday. Get there early enough where parking's free all day on the streets. So go down there, park on the street. I think that's the best way to go about it. I think it's the easiest way to go about it. It might take you a little while, but you'll find a parking spot on the street. Like you will. Pittsburgh's the easiest city in the world to drive in. It's not really a real city. Like it is a real city, but like it's not New York. It's not Philadelphia. This is not like the craziest. It's pretty simple to drive in. I would drive downtown. It'll be quiet. Park there early. Walk across the bridge. Go to Mike's Beer Bar. That'd be my recommendation. Good food, good beer, great time, and you're walking distance right down the strip to get to Acrisure Stadium. I hope you enjoy it, my man. I hope Dylan Gabriel, the Dylan Gabriel experience is a good one for you and everybody in attendance. Shout out Eli.
Noah.
Yes, sir.
What up, bro? It's your boy, the one and only DJ Chicago Salad with a side salad on the side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's been a while since I called in.
It's all good, Doc.
Trying to keep these beautiful streets of Pittsburgh safe the best I can. Anyways, just calling to say what up. Glad to see the Steelers are doing well. Hopefully the defense starts to go in this direction I'm starting to look at, which I'm really starting to like. You know, I'm still on the fence about Aaron Rodgers. You know, I still don't like the son bitch, but hey, he's scoring touchdowns, making things happen. I can't complain. I guess
for sure.
And bite the bullet on that one.
For sure.
One thing I wanted to ask, I know a lot of people are really getting on bug about this Freiermuth and, you know, the tight end usage and stuff like that. Maybe I look at it different, but it's just me. I look at it as if defenses are starting to expect this jumbo package that Arthur Smith is coming up with and start finding the new ways to try to, you know, counter that by pretty much having to play with a 2 high safety, which is kind of what Aaron Rodgers thrives at when beating those 2 high safeties. Is this a formula that can go forward, maybe in, you know, further down the line in Steelers, you know, lineage, you know, maybe after Rodgers is gone and Will Howard takes over? Will Howard, gotta love that. But yeah, dog, that's it, man. You know, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Love you, dog. Keep up the good work, and we'll let you know when we find out what the side salad is, a boy or girl.
Yes, sir.
I'm out.
Egyptian Cobb salad, my guy. Appreciate you once again. Congrats on the side salad. We're excited for you. The whole AST Nation's excited for you. I don't know if we have baby clothes, but from my understanding, you're like a 7 foot, 350-pound beast. So I would guess the side salad's coming out adult small, anyways. So we'll make sure we hook you up, no doubt about it. I think you're onto something there. I'm curious to see what the season brings. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's still the possibility that this week, next week, at some point, the offense looks very different from what it looks right now. I think the Steelers are still meshing a lot of things together and trying to figure this whole thing out. And I wouldn't be surprised that if at some point they had a jumbo with the 12 personnel and Pat and John who are out there and they're making plays. Because in week 1, they were both out there and they were both making plays. And I think that's going to happen at some point. I think the Steelers are trying to keep teams on their toes. I do think the playing with to keep the 2 high safeties and to make that a Will Howard thing, I do think he would thrive in that role. I think it opens up a lot of easy decisions, quicker decisions where you don't have to have your quarterback back there forever. Protects the offensive line more, allows you to let your athletes be athletes. I think that it works well. I think the Steelers would like to have Will Howard kind of operate a system like that. If he's the guy that ever takes over, that's a whole other conversation. But I'm curious to see where it goes from here, because I don't think the Steelers offense is done yet, done evolving. And I wouldn't be surprised if they change some things up and, surprised us, quote unquote, surprised us with some different looks in the next couple of weeks.
What is up, Noah Strackbine? This is Ernie Jones here.
Yes, sir.
I just got a statement to make. Please,
hit me with it.
Whatever the Steelers are thinking, do not go out and get Odell Beckham. Please don't. He's like, he's not an upgrade to Calvin Austin. He's like a Mike Williams. But that's my opinion, because I don't like Odell Beckham. Go out, call the Saints. I love the thing that you guys were saying yesterday on the show about Rashid Aheed. I think I'm saying his name right, and Chris Olave. Or go the Eagles for AJ Brown. Please tell the organization, do not go out and get Odell Beckham. I don't care if he's Aaron Rodgers' friend. I'm a fan of Aaron Rodgers. You don't see me trying out for the team. And Jack Sperry said that. He's like, well, he's a good friend of Aaron Rodgers. He's a good friend in the locker room. I don't care. He's not a number 2 receiver.
No.
I don't believe he has it anymore. I don't want Odell. I don't like Odell. Go out, go get A.J. Brown, go get Chris Olave, go get Rashid Aheed. I'd rather get those guys. Those guys are an upgrade to Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'd call and vent a little bit.
Vent it up.
To you.
That's what I'm here for.
But anyways, I love the show. You guys are doing great.
Thank you, sir.
Showing Steelers news.
Thank you.
And, hey, I'm thinking about me and my wife and my stepson are thinking about coming next year to Latrobe.
Yes, sir.
And hope to see you there. I like to see you in person and meet you because you seem like a pretty cool guy.
My guy. You seem like a good guy.
Shoot the crap with. But yeah, please, I'm going to say it again. We do not need Odell. We don't want Odell. I don't want him. I think every Steelers fan is saying no Odell.
Yeah, I agree.
Brown, I'd be fine with. Chris Olave, I'd be fine with.
Yeah.
And Rashid Aheed, I'd be fine with. I'd rather go out and get a good tight end again, other than Odell Beckham. I'm just saying that because I know we already got so many tight ends. And another thing, what's going on with Pat Freiermuth? Because I've been hearing that he's not a guy to be into Pittsburgh. He's not playing the play style, and I heard something like that. But I mean, what's going on with Pat Freiermuth?
Shout out to Ernie, bro. You got more. We're going to finish off with Ernie.
Hey, Noah, it's Ernie Jones again.
He's back.
My phone cut off, so I don't know if you got it all. But I'm just saying that no Odell, what's going on with Pat Freiermuth in the Pittsburgh Steelers? Are we going to trade him or what? And I want to know the status on Jalen Ramsey and how long he's going to be out, and Calvin Austin third.
Shout out.
Like I said, go out and call the Saints for Chris Olave and Rashida Heat, and go out and call the Eagles for A.J. Brown. All right, well, like I said, go Steelers. Hope we get that dub this weekend. I'm a big fan of you guys. Shout out to all you guys and all the Steelers fans.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a good day. Bye.
Shout out Ernie Jones, man. If you are in Latrobe next year, like everybody else, like I tell everybody else, if you're out there, you see me walking around, you say, what's up? I love it, dude. I love to see everybody. I love to meet everybody. It makes my whole day. You know, I go home almost every day from Latrobe. I walk in the door right after or right before dinner time. It's a good time. You know what I mean? Latrobe's like the days where you're coming home and you're like, I get it. I write about sports for a living. Like I bust my ass, but I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not a steel worker. I get it. I'm well aware of this. But it feels good when my wife's like, did you meet anybody today? Like, yeah, dude, I met a couple of people who said hi. Like, it was awesome. It makes my whole day, man. I love meeting you guys as much as you guys love meeting me. So make sure that you say what's up. When it comes to Odell, he's not coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We could put that one away. We put it away yesterday on the show when we quickly realized that he's got a 6-game suspension that doesn't even start until he signs with the team. Like, what are we doing? The Steelers wouldn't even consider that situation. They wouldn't even think about it. No chance he's coming to the Steelers. I like Shaheed. I think that's a great move. I think that's their top move right now. A.J. Brown's got like a $90 million dead hit for the Eagles. He's not going anywhere. They're not trading him no matter how much he hates Jalen Hurts. It's just not happening. I think Shaheed's the best option they have. I think Chris Olave is a good number 2, but I think he's a little bit more expensive. Shaheed's cheaper. His contract in the future is going to be cheaper. I think you could bring him in and feel pretty good about the situation. And then when it comes to Pat Freiermuth, I don't think the Steelers are going to trade Pat. I think next year there's a possibility. I think by next year, you've got to be look at if Pat's phased out the way that he's been phased out, which I'm not ready to chalk it up and say that this is going to be the whole season, but it's happening right now. If it continues and it's the whole year, then yeah, at some point, I think you do have to look at it realistically and say the Steelers don't have a place for Pat Freiermuth, and they've made that very clear, and Johnny's their starter, and Johnny's here for another year, so he's going to be their guy. I think at the end of the year in the offseason, that's when those conversations are going to become a thing of whether or not they're going to actually trade Pat Freiermuth. And it's wild to think that way, but it's the truth. Go watch Jacobs Punturi's playbook from yesterday. It's so good, and he dives into it all. And it's shocking how much he's mitigated, how much they have completely phased him out, and the stats behind it. I'm telling you, go check it out. It's awesome. And then Jalen and Calvin, I expect both of them to be out a couple of weeks, 4 weeks minimum, before they come back. Jalen's got a Joey Porter type hamstring tear, which is not great. And Calvin's shoulder is more messed up than Mike Tomlin's letting on. So I think both of them are going to be 4 weeks minimum. I don't expect either of them to be on IR. Maybe Calvin, but I doubt it. And then the Steelers will figure out this weekend if they need a new wide receiver. But it's a good opportunity for Joey Porter Jr. to prove he is cornerback 1 for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the future. Not right now, but in the future. All right, guys. With that said, I'm heading out of here. Thank you so much for jumping on to another episode of the AST Collins Show. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/All Steelers Talk. Check us out anywhere you get your podcast. And as always, find all my work at si.com/NFL/Steelers. If you want to become a member and join the awesome people who called in today, you can do so by clicking the link in both the description of the audio and the video. It's in there for both of you guys. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please, please, please hit that subscribe button as we try to make our way to 100,000 subscribers. It would be unbelievable. I can't thank you guys enough. With that said, I'll be back later for the flagship show. Enjoy another beautiful day in the Berg. Peace.